Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother Canada 5 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Evil Zank 44. Thank you so much for your support. You are super awesome and we really, really appreciate it. Yay! Alright, so last night, Dylan was evicted by a vote of 2-0. Every time I say last night, I think of that freaking Drake song. Too good. Okay, so anyway, Dylan was evicted and now we are down to the final 4. How freaking crazy is that? Okay, so then when the feeds came back after the show, we find out that Dimitri's won HOH. You know what, Big Brother Canada? Even if you're not going to show us the whole HOH competition on the show, we gon' find out. So, yeah, that's a huge win for Dimitri's. That's got to be a record, right? For HOH wins and comp wins in general. That's nuts. So anyway, the trio of Dimitri's, Ika, and Karen were all teasing Kevin quite a bit. I mean, Ika was pretty buzzed because, you know, whenever Dimitri's wins HOH, he gets tequila in his basket, and Ika likes to hit that. So, they were being a little bit mean to him, and Kevin was just like, where's the floss? And Ika was like, oh, don't worry about that. You could just use your snake skin. So then Karen said, uh-oh, Tequila Katie's coming out, and that was like a highlight of the freaking season for me because that means that Karen Singbeal, we got there, sits at home and watches Vanderpump Rules. How amazing is that? Oh my god, so good. Okay, I'm not crying, I'm sick. So anyway, Karen watches Vanderpump Rules. Yes. So then the final 4 did some shots together in the HOH room, and then they continued to have this chat about everything that happened this season. And Kevin was like, you know, I thought the pranks were really funny in the HOH room before the Power Veto ceremony. However, he was upset when Ika and Dimitri's hung his stuffed pig. Yeah, that is upsetting. So then Karen was telling him, hey, Dylan was planning on messing with your pig before he left, so I don't know what's going on, but... So, he was thinking about either cutting off a foot or just straight up stealing him and leaving with him, and Kevin was upset. He's like, I've had that pig since I was 17. I know that it's weird because I'm a grown man, but still, I get it. You know, there's nothing wrong with loving some plushies as an adult. It's okay. So, anyway, he says that he put it back in the bag, like when you're HOH, and then you're, oh my god, I'm dying, and then you're done. You have to put stuff like your stuffed animal and your pictures or whatever back in this bag to give back to Big Brother, and then they hold on to it. So he put the pig back in the bag, and he's like, I hope that Dylan didn't take it, and that you have it, Big Brother. I hope Big Brother has it. But anyway, Karen was called to the DR to do what I'm thinking was a task, because when she came out, she starts giving the house guests a tour of the house, realtor style. I'd freaking love to see Karen in action as a real estate agent. I picture Karen as like a Wolf of Wall Street real estate edition person. Seriously though, like, I bet it's crazy. So we got a little taste of it. She was giving the other house guests a tour of the house, and everybody was playing along. Of course, there were plugs for the brick, all the furniture's included, as well as this Kraft peanut butter. It's all nicely stacked in the storage room. So she gave them a nice tour. My favorite stop was the cursed third bed in the pink room. She made sure to point that out, and Kevin was like, oh, it's cursed, and then he was rolling around on it. So after the open house tour, Karen told Damika, Kevin was already off on his own, Karen told Damika, I'll see you guys on closing day, May 18th. And those other little rascals should be moved out by then. Ow! Okay. So, then, a little while later, Kevin has a monologue in the storage room. Gotta love those, right? And he was just like, I've made a huge mistake. It was very Job from Arrested Development. He's realizing, like, shit, this could be a $100,000 mistake. So he really thought that this plan would work and he would be able to get rid of Dimitri's this week. That was his goal. He thought Dylan and Karen were a lot closer. He realizes that he misread the situation. You gotta give it to him for owning that, right? He's like, I will admit, I messed up. I should have possibly put up Karen as a replacement. But then again, he's not sure. Karen could have done something crazy. She could have just like freaking forfeited and self-evicted so that Ika and Demetrius could both stay. Or she could have convinced Dylan to vote her out. So you never know. But he does know that Karen has blown her own chances just to spite him. Because before, if she had gotten rid of Demetrius, she would have had Kevin, Dylan, and possibly Ika all taking her to the final 2. Now, she's just got Kevin. Kevin would still obviously take her to the final 2 because he doesn't care about all that personal shit. He wants to win, and he knows that he would win against Karen. So then he's realizing also, wow, Ika and Demetrius have both played amazing games, both better than my own. I don't know. It would be interesting to see how Kevin would fare against one of them in the final 2. Because I think he does have a lot of friends in jury, so it could go either way. But he also realizes it won't matter if he can get to the end with Karen. Like, he won't have to worry about Ika and Demetrius. So he's nervous going into these final comps because he would have felt way more comfortable going up against Dylan. But now he's got to go against Demetrius. Ugh, he's going to have to win out to go to the end because nobody else is going to take him. So that's what he's got to do. All right. So that's it for last night. But today, oh my gosh, the Demika drama will never end. Ika did not sleep in the HOH room with Demetrius last night. She's feeling resentful that he won that HOH competition and didn't throw it to her. She was secretly, not so secretly, hoping that he would. So then this morning, Ika was telling Karen about something that happened last night. She said she woke up at like 4 in the morning and went to the HOH room and woke Demetrius up to talk. And she told him, like, look, I'm sorry. It had nothing to do with you. I was angry with myself. And then she says the convo took a turn for the worse. She was like, Karen, what has he done for me in this game? Yes, he's won comps, but that was for his game also. Oh my God, what more do you want him to do for you? I'm sorry, but it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like, no, just stop. So she's feeling really resentful at this point, and apparently Demetrius told her, like, I won those competitions for both of us, and it put so much extra pressure on me that I had to win not only for myself, but also for you. And then she was like, yeah, well, what else did you do besides win comps? You know, I did a lot of stuff for you, convincing people to vote a certain way, whatever. And he's like, yeah, I don't have the same skill set as you. Like, I am not capable of that. Like, that's your thing, and the comps are my thing. So then, Demetrius is telling her, like, if it wasn't for you and Karen, I wouldn't be here. So, like, maybe it was selfish of me to win that HOH competition. And Ika just says, like, yup. I guess we're not as much of a team as I thought we were. Oh my God, stop. Okay, but of course, Karen encourages Ika to continue to express her feelings. Karen feels like this generation tries to prevent people from expressing themselves. I don't see that. I guess she means like with like political correctness and like not hurting people's feelings, but I don't know. I see both sides of that. I don't know. But anyway, sorry, that's gross. After that, the feeds went down for almost 9 hours. I'm assuming they were doing the awards show. I'm assuming we also missed Nikki Graham entering the house and getting everybody ready. That pisses me off because I was so looking forward to seeing her. But I guess we'll have to wait until the show for that. I don't know if they did nominations yet. I'm thinking they probably did. I'm not sure who's up yet because the feeds came back a few minutes before this, before we are filming this now. The nominations don't matter though. It's really going to come down to who wins this power of veto. I do know that Kevin and Ika both volunteered to go up on the block though, because again, it doesn't mean anything. So anyway, when the feeds came back, the house guests seemed really tired and they were hoping that they would have tonight to be able to study and then have the power veto tomorrow. Nope. Right? Like after they were saying that, it flashed up on the TV screen in the house that the power veto competition is tonight. I don't know how long it's going to take, but if it's done at a reasonable time tonight, I will post it in the info of today's spoiler. If not, I'll get to it tomorrow. But I believe the feeds will probably be going down tomorrow afternoon, right before they do the special eviction. And that's that's it on the spoilers for the season. So tomorrow, I'm pretty sure, is going to be the last spoiler. So sad. But I hope you guys have been enjoying them. And I hope you join me again for tomorrow. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. And until next time, much love.